Welcome to the Jim and Patrick Show. I am Patrick. That is Jim. See, I'll point whenever I want. You said earlier that I wouldn't point. That was just for that earlier thing that we
I
shot.
didn't sell you.
Right.
If I would have sold you,
Right.
you wouldn't be here to point.
It's a very good point. Very good point. Anyway, welcome back to the show. And we have a new segment. And it's called Out by the Woodshed. Basically, this is people that are in the news and current events that deserve to be taken to the woodshed for their actions, for their stupid things they've said and done, and we are just going to let you know who they are and take them to task, take them out to the woodshed. Hold on, Jim, give me 1 second. You're looking super cool in your sunglasses. I'm gonna put mine on so I can only hope to look as cool as you, but I can give it a shot.
Oh, it's gonna take a lot of years.
So, without further ado, we're gonna start this segment, Jim. Go ahead, out to the woodshed.
First thing I'd like to do...
Who are you taking to the woodshed? I'm sorry.
You, if you don't be
Yeah,
quiet.
you're right, I'm sorry.
I'd like to start this segment with a new news story that I saw this morning on HuffPost. And I would like to give kudos to this gentleman that I just read about. The gentleman's name is William Thomas Moore Jr. Takes cyanide after child sex conviction. Attaboy, Mr. Moore. You saved us a lot of taxpayers' money. Good job. I wish that you could pass it on to other sex offenders and they do the same thing. You put money in my pocket, Mr. Moore, and thank you very, very much.
Rest in peace to that man.
Yeah, okay.
Or not. Okay.
Take him to the woodshed.
That's woodshed. He's been taken to the woodshed.
Woodshed.
Yes, exactly.
With Mr. Moore.
We're gonna have a cool graphic for that too. Woodshed. We're gonna have that.
Woodshed.
Okay. The first one that I have this is very timely because it happened this week. Jack Clark, former baseball player and currently host of a radio show in St. Louis, went on the air and basically with no basis whatsoever accused Albert Pujols, one of my personal favorite players. I'm a Philadelphia Phillies fan. I'm not a St. Louis Cardinals fan. And Albert Pujols is one of my favorite players of all time, plays the game the right way and works hard, and he's a born-again Christian, and he's just really cool guy, family man, great guy.
Get to the point.
Jack Clark goes on this, shut up, this is mine, you did yours, you just told the guy you're glad he killed himself.
I am.
Anyway.
So there's a lot of other people
saved
the money.
Fantastic. And anyway, Jack Clark accuses this guy who, by all accounts, there's never been any reason to link him to performance-enhancing drug use, goes on the air and says that he talked to a guy who told him a story that, possibly maybe linked Albert Pujols to performance-enhancing drugs. And of course, the radio station fired Jack Clark, within 24 hours of his remarks. So they've already taken him to the woodshed and left him to die there from exposure by firing him. But I want to take him to the woodshed as well. Jack Clark, to the woodshed! You don't deserve to be anywhere but in the woodshed. We'll find a nice big switch and take it to your backside. Jack Clark, you creep.
Well, let's bring your guy out of the woodshed.
Okay.
Because you know what I just heard you say, young
What
man, is it's called hearsay. And I'm sure that this gentleman has an attorney as we speak and will sue the
He said he's going to because
this
he's
is hearsay and it ruined his career, and attaboy.
Yeah, right. Yay, Albert Pujols, if you're watching this. God bless you, Albert. But yeah. Who else do you have that deserves the woodshed treatment, Jim?
You.
Me. Can I go pick my own switch like kids used to do? While you talk about it, I'll go pick a switch. Okay, you talk, I'll pick.
You see, when I was growing up, you talk about discipline. My father used to say, go out and get me something to beat your ass with. Talk about being scared. Now, see, and this is what I'm trying to get him to do. And see, he's going to come back with a little tiny branch. Here, give me that.
Yes.
Here, sit there.
Okay.
I'll go find just a tad bigger of a branch.
Okay. I don't think I like the sound of that, but okay. That one looks like it would break as soon as it hit me, which would probably, make it that. Now, good Lord, what is that?
What I would like you guys to do is
that's gonna hurt.
You leave an email on the Jim and Patrick Show at their Gmail address.
Someone call the police.
You tell me.
I'm not joking.
You be the judge. Do I beat Patrick with this, or do I beat him with this?
At the Jim and Patrick Show. Or if I was too high, at the Jim and Patrick Show, and then I was in front of my face. At the Jim and... Forget it. Or that's our email. But wow, that would hurt. That would... I don't...
You're not going to feel a thing.
Oh, I won't.
One hit in the
I'll be
sound.
unconscious.
You're doing
Fantastic.
Right. It'll be fast.
That sounds it, but thank you for taking me to the woodshed. I have one more. It's not really as timely, and I'm a little late on this story, but it doesn't matter, because if you ask anyone that knows me, lately I'm obsessed with the Aaron Hernandez story. I don't know why this story fascinates me, but Aaron Hernandez, as most of you probably already know, former tight end of the New England Patriots, apparently over the last several years has just, sadly, and it isn't funny, he's been on a killing spree and has allegedly killed many people and shot others and harmed and maimed other people, and it's just a terrible, awful story. But Aaron Hernandez, 23 years old, had a $40 million contract and threw it all away. He'll probably, if allegedly all these things that are alleged are true, he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison for homicides that he committed. And I'm not much older than him. If I was in his spot with all that money, I certainly wouldn't be running around doing things that might get me locked up. Aaron Hernandez, you're being taken to the woodshed, and I'm glad you aren't free, that you can come and kill me like you've allegedly killed so many other people that crossed you up. But shame on you, Aaron Hernandez.
And you're only taken to the
woodshed.
Woodshed.
God, he's an idiot.
You're only taken to the woodshed till you're found guilty by a jury of your peers.
Then you're taken to prison.
Then you're going to get raped. If you're that young, you're going to be sirloin meat. Your butt's going to be the size of a truck inner tube. And you're going to be somebody's wife.
He was in law enforcement. He would know. I've
seen it all the time.
I've never gone to prison. I've never dealt with prison, so I don't really know. But anyway, shame on woodshed for you, Aaron Hernandez. To the woodshed!
Only until you're convicted.
Right, and then it's worse than the woodshed. Yeah, what you said. Then it's what Jim said, which is worse than the woodshed. That rhymed. Anyway, Jim, do you have anyone else for the woodshed, or does that wrap up?
Not off the top of my head.
That wraps up this week's To the Woodshed. We will be back with this segment. Let us know if you want to see this segment again, or if you just wish it would go away. Anyway, all feedback is welcome at our email, The Jim and Patrick Show. Over here is our Twitter, at Jim and Pat Show on Twitter. You got to be on Twitter to see that. Follow us and give us your feedback there. And Jim, you look like you have something important to say to close us out, so go ahead.
To the audience that is seeing this, if you would like personally to be taken to the woodshed by us,
or if you have someone who deserves to be taken to the woodshed,
submit it to us and we'll take them to the woodshed.
We'll do it. We don't care. It doesn't have to be well-known people. If your next door neighbor's dog is pooping on your lawn and you're sick of it, you tell us. We'll take your neighbor to the woodshed.
And in the winter, we're going to start a fire with the wood in the woodshed.
We'll burn your neighbor's house down if you ask us to.
You know what? I think I'm getting a woody.
There you go. There, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful night. On to the next episode. A what? A what?